A shelf like this should never ever be empty in any collector's set, ever. Why is my shelf empty right now? Well, I am reorganizing my movies today, and I thought, what better way to reorganize them than by going through and doing a deep dive on my entire Blu-ray collection. Oh boy, oh man. Brace yourselves, guys. This is gonna be a long video. Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Sunday to you. Let me just first off thank you by even being here, because this is going to be it's going to be a long video, I'm not going to lie. So grab some popcorn, grab a snack, pop a squat, do whatever, listen to this while you're on the treadmill, or watch this while you're on the can. I don't really care, because I am breaking down every single movie I own in my movie collection. I just thought it'd be really cool while I'm going through and reorganizing some of my movies that I would just show you guys every single one that I own and just give you a taste of the movies I like, the movies I like to rewatch, and hopefully just give you a little bit more insight into why I love movies. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm just gonna grab a pile. Yes. I love movies. Film is fantastic. Why do I sound like Arnold? The chopper. Look at this. All right, here we go. First one I got Warcraft, video game movie. Actually not half bad. Snow White and the Huntsman, The Giver, Pacific Rim. We are canceling the apocalypse. Battle Los Angeles, which I actually think this movie is not really all that bad. Funny people, this to me was the last movie that Adam Sandler gave a shit about. It's funny, but it's also has a touch of the dramatic at the same time, which I think Sandler should take a little bit more of in his future films instead of doing his what you've been seeing him do. Juno, we got Goodfellas, which I actually just rewatched this the other day. Absolutely fantastic movie. Come on, Pelican! Fly, Pelicans! Scarface. Wowie! 10 Things I Hate About You. Got the original X-Men, Blood Diamond, Paul. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. This one is actually one I didn't actually love it the first time I watched it, but the more I watched it, the more it kind of grew on me, and yeah, I like a movie about people having to break out of their comfort zone and just sort of discover themselves. Self-discovery movies are a favorite of mine. Larry Crown, Tom Hanks. Got Wild Hogs. Funny thing with Wild Hogs, this was actually one of my favorite movies, I think, from high school, and I'm not sure what that says about me as a person that claims he loves film, because Wild Hogs is a pretty slapsticky kind of family comedy, but I like this movie a lot, still do. Pursuit of Happiness. You got Awakenings with Robert De Niro, Robin Williams. This is a real tearjerker of a movie, but a very, very solid movie. We got 13 Hours, showing that Jim from The Office can do more than that. Good stuff. We got He's Just Not That Into You, and I know what you might be thinking. That's kind of like, why do you own that? I own a lot of different movies. You know, some of these movies are, I think I have a pretty wide variety of taste, and yeah, I do like the occasional rom-com, and I think this one's actually pretty solid. So we got that. Got the classic Apocalypse Now. Into the Wild, absolute favorite of mine. I've rewatched this a bunch. Great, just cross-country road movie that's based on a true story. We got Bridge of Spies. Tommy Boy. Tommy, what ringy? Pineapple Express. American Reunion. So I got 40-Year-Old Virgin. Oh shit, they're flying all over the place. Had the lamb stop screaming, Clarice? You smell of fava beans and iced Chianti. Oh wait, how can I not hold this movie up and not do an impression of it puts the lotion in the basket. It puts the lotion in the basket. It puts the fucking lotion in the basket. Fantastic. Due date. Let's see. The Fighter. Another great movie. Obviously, I'm going to say a lot of these movies are great movies. I paid for them. They're in my collection for a reason. I got The Bucket List. Dan in Real Life. Not your typical Steve Carell movie, and has a lot of kind of like awkward, kind of cringy humor, but I don't know, some people like that kind of thing. But yeah, fun, not fun movie, but heartfelt. Heartfelt is the word I was looking for. You got Django Unchained. The D is silent, bitch. You got X-Men 2 Steelbook Edition. There's honestly nothing really special about this other than that it's X-Men, so voila, X-Men. You got Tomb Raider, Watchmen. Alright, let's keep it going. What do you think we got here? Another pile. People wonder how I get buff. This is how I get buff. Lifting movies, baby. Hearts on fire. Oh, shit. Up in the Air. Great George Clooney movie. Okay. GoldenEye. Big Lebowski. Fantastic. World's End. Crazy Heart. This is a really sad movie, but not sad. It's heartfelt, but it's real. Shows you what people have to struggle through sometimes. We got Top 5. Real quick on Top 5. Check this movie out. This movie, I don't know why more people didn't see this movie. Chris Rock is hysterical in this movie, and this movie is just a very smart comedy. Smart comedy. Like, it has heart to it. It is authentic. It is very funny. The cast in it is incredible. And this is just one of the better written comedies I've seen in a very long time and might honestly be Chris Rock's best movie. This is actually one of the new ones to my collection. I just got this a couple days ago, but I got 12 Years a Slave. Haven't seen it yet, but I am expecting a lot of white guilt and sadness, so I'm gonna have to be in the right mood for that. Fast 5. Awesome. Raging Bull. 22 Jump Street. I'm sure I got 21 Jump Street floating around here. Italian Job. End of Watch. Really solid cop drama. You got Sinister. The Ninth Gate. Everything Must Go. Really underseen Will Ferrell movie. It's a very good dramatic performance by him, who he doesn't really do this kind of stuff much, but really nice indie of a movie. Smaller film, but it's worth a watch. I'm gonna be saying that a lot in this video. I love it when a plan comes together. 18. Fast and Furious 6. You got Passengers. Mud. Alright. 51st Dates. We got Batman Begins. We got The Island. Michael Bay. Solid stuff. Got Looper. Looper's, by the way, the last movie that Bruce Willis gave a shit. Let's hope he cares about it in Glass, because, yeah, I actually also just recently watched Unbreakable and Split back to back to get prepped for Glass, and I'll probably do it again come December. Lord of War, Nicolas Cage's arguably best movie. Got Old School, Caddyshack, of course. Swordfish is not really it's not the most. This really is not one of the better movies I own in my collection, but it's fun and there's a lot of cool stuff. John Travolta's kind of funny in it. Yeah. Blades of Glory. You got Blade Runner, the original, which, by the way, at the end of this video, I'll actually show you. I got some more Blade Runner goodies, because Blade Runner is arguably one of my. It almost might be my favorite sci-fi movie ever made, and its sequel is just as good, which is crazy. It's like the only situation I can actually say that in with pride. But I absolutely love Blade Runner. I got new Blade Runner stuff that's going to be going in the backdrop of the set, so I'll show you guys that when we're done. Smoking Aces. Let's see, I'm going to just hold a couple of these up here. Got Drillbit Taylor. Tremors, all of them except some of the latest ones, but yeah. Tremors. They're pretty sweet. Got The Place Beyond the Pines and The Road. Road is a terrific movie, and I actually read the Cormac McCarthy novel, and it's one of the most accurate book-to-movie adaptations I think I've ever seen. Yes Man. Rudy. Once Upon a Time in America. That's some early Robert De Niro right there. Man of Steel. See, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. I got this kind of like cool and whatever this term of the case is where it, oh god, I'm an idiot. Original Guardians of the Galaxy, great. R.I.P. James Gunn, I should be saying that. Good Morning Vietnam, a fantastic movie. Warrior, this is an extremely motivational movie, definitely in the ranks of Rocky, if you ask me, for just being authentic and real. Just sweet. Hostage, another good Bruce Willis movie. It's kind of, I guess honestly it says it on the back of here, but it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Die Hard meets Panic Room. That's actually a pretty good way to sum this up. This is a 2-pack, actually. You got Donnie Brasco and We Own the Night, which I don't know why. I could not, this was a big mistake. It wasn't sold with We Own the Night on it. It only had Donnie Brasco. So I drew all this crap on the bottom of the case. Don't ask me why, it probably ruined it and it's just stupid. Spy Who Loved Me, this is definitely probably in my top 5 favorite James Bond movies of all time. Love that movie. Got the Two Towers Extended Edition. The other ones are around here somewhere. Signs, Glorious Bastards, Zombieland, that's another recent addition to the case, to the collection. Across the Universe, another good one. Never Back Down, this is just a fun one. It's just fun. I got Oblivion right here, Tom Cruise, Morgan Freeman, which also the director of this is the guy that's doing Top Gun 2, so we'll see how that is. I actually really enjoyed this movie. Got Edge of Darkness, Mel Gibson, fucking racist Gibson. Furious 7, R.I.P. Paul Walker. I was actually just watching a bunch of stuff about Paul Walker and just the guy that he was and how he was beloved and everything. And there's actually a new documentary coming out about him called I Am Paul Walker. It's in that same series where they did I Am Chris Farley, I Am Heath Ledger. They cover deceased celebrities from from the perspectives of friends, family, and stuff like that. It's that's going to be a hard one to watch because Paul Walker meant a lot to me, I think, as a celebrity, and I really liked what his image was and who he was, I think, as a person on and off camera, and I really followed his career a lot, so it's always hard when I talk about Paul Walker. It's just sad. Got Couples Retreat. Let's see, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I haven't read the book. I love the movie. I've heard the book purists don't really like the movie so much, but I obviously watch more movies. So, Dragonheart. You got Dennis Quaid, David Thewlis, who I can never pronounce his last name, but he's Lupin from Harry Potter. And then you got Sean Connery as the voice of Draco. This is just an all-around feel-good fantasy movie. I actually think the special effects, for the most part, still hold up actually rather well in this movie, and I really like this movie. I had to order this one off of Amazon. It's not an easy one to find. Jackal, Reign Over Me. I could go on and on about this one. This movie is one of those, it's a bizarre movie for me to talk about because I was watching it at a time in my life where I needed it, and I don't know, this movie helped get me through some of high school. I can explain some of that maybe later. Whiplash. The Punisher, Warzone. I really don't honestly know why I still have this movie. I guess just because I'm a completionist of having stuff that's related to Punisher. But this one's, it's okay. Gone Girl, which, oh shit, my foot fell asleep. I love these David Fincher movies that keep coming out because their cases are often very unique on here, and this one actually came with an actual book, The Amazing Amy. You literally you flip through it. It has artwork. That kind of stuff is really, really cool, especially for a collector that likes to buy these movies and keep them. Original Men in Black, which I actually own all those on 4K around here somewhere, so we'll get through that. Spider-Man 2, Invincible, 500 Days of Summer, Star Trek, Back to the Future, I got all 3 of them, 1.21! Dark Knight Rises, Steelbook, 21, and Casino, you motherfucker, you! That's my Joe Pesci impression. Lawless, Skyfall, Dances with Wolves, another great movie there. Day After Tomorrow, this would be, if I have guilty pleasures, this probably makes part of the list, because Again, not really the greatest movie with the most logic and whatnot, but this is a really fun movie. Really good popcorn movie. Independence Day from the same director. Dread. The law. Again, with the guilty pleasures of mine, but League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. This one I mostly just have because it's Sean Connery. I mean, it's Sean Connery. How do I not like Sean Connery? This is the movie that he went out on before he retired, which is kind of sad that this is the last one that he got to do, but honestly, I'd watch almost anything with this man in it. Nice little indie movie, Edge of 17. This is, I mean, I'm not a teenage girl in high school, but I imagine this is a fairly accurate depiction of what that would be like. Snowpiercer, really awesome, cool sci-fi movie. I don't know why, but I like how the case pops open like this with a little artwork there. Lucy, ScarJo, having drugs in her belly. Resident Evil, Resident Evil 2, Apocalypse. I'll find you and kill you. Taken. The Town, Ben Affleck, yeah, he's gonna get out of town. I'm putting this whole town on my rearview mirror, Dougie. School of Rock, Crazy Stupid Love, my boy Gosling, Dodgeball, they're forgetting Sarah Marshall, Dodgeball, and There's Something About Mary. Daniel Day, Last of the Mohicans. I'm actually gonna probably piss off some of you out there. I've never seen this movie. I have it. I think I've watched maybe like the first 10 minutes of it, and I've never gotten past more of it. Probably should give this a watch. Dark City, really awesome sci-fi movie. I definitely think more people should check this one out. Really trippy and just one of the most original movies of sci-fi I've ever seen. Got Pilgrim vs. the World, 127 hours. I'm glad I got both arms. Hot Fuzz. Got Crash, Fast and the Furious triple pack, so I got the first through the third one. Tokyo Drift, my ride. Again, Fast and Furious. I own all the movies if you haven't figured it out, except, no I don't, I'm a liar, I don't own Furious 8. American Gangster. Got Disney Nature Earth. I have a few of these documentaries I think around here somewhere. I might own, I think I have the Oceans one around, so we'll see. I like watching that stuff. Nature's cool, take care of it. Spaceballs. The Matched Luggage? The Spaceballs is amazing. Step Brothers. Tropic Thunder. Got Pulp Fiction is absolute classic. I don't really know if you, if you don't love movies and you don't own this, what the hell. Ghost, Patrick Swayze. Sicario. Awesome movie. I have yet to see the sequel, but I will. Fanboys, great movie about being a fan and the love of Star Wars and how it divides us all but brings us together at the same time. There it is, 21 Jump Street. I told you I had it around here somewhere. The Rundown. This is actually a new one in the collection. I wish The Rock would do more movies like this. Instead he's kind of doing these chewed up in the commercial machine, just dumb, just too family friendly, I guess, of movies. This one has a little bit of an edge to it, and it's funny and just great, awesome action in this movie. Dogma, one of Kevin Smith, I think, best written movies, and just has a great back and forth on religion, and also George Carlin in this, amazing how he blesses his puttas. Original American Pie. This movie is more, I think this was another generation Superbad for in terms of the definitive high school movie. I think for my generation it's Superbad. Again, Paul Walker, Into the Blue. Love this movie for a couple reasons. Jurassic Park. Dun, 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 this was the best one. I really wish that the new one was as good as this one, but it's hard to beat originals. Zodiac. American Psycho. I have to return some videotapes. Dark, weird comedy. Oh my god. Look at the case. Wall Street. Greed is good. Got classic It's a Wonderful Life. This has both the color and black and white version on here, but you gotta go with the black and white. You have to. It gives you the most feels. Avengers, Age of Ultron. Jersey Girl. I've only seen this movie one time, but I just remember that Jennifer Lopez is in this for a little bit because they dated at one point, Ben Affleck and them. George Carlin, he actually has a nice moment in here. A couple nice moments acting-wise, actually. And then Will Smith bizarrely enough, shows up there. Girl Next Door, awesome comedy. Jumanji, it's great. Clerks 2, so much of my life I can relate to the Clerks movies, as I have worked retail and with the general public for a very, very long time now, and I still in a way work with them, so a lot of the stuff I can still relate with on a level, and just great writing in both these movies. Clerks 1 and 2 got a lot of heart to them too, which again, if I'm talking about comedies, you'll hear me say that a lot. The best comedies have heart underneath all the bullshit. That's what makes them good. Moon. Super good, creepy sci-fi. Black Sheep, the unofficial sequel to Tommy Boy. Boogie Nights, Dirk Diggler. Feel my heat. That's probably better than how it's sung in the movie. This is my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movie. It's awesome. Great movie. You gotta see Boogie Nights. I Love You Man, the most accurate depiction I've ever seen of a bromance with another dude. I have a friend that there was definitely a time where I think both of us could relate to this immensely. Alpha Dog, sad true story. 50-50, another sad true story, but more uplifting on this one than anything else. Another two-packer, Uncle Buck and Fletch. I've never seen Fletch. Uncle Buck I love, but I don't know. I guess I should probably watch Fletch at some point. War Horse, The Breakup, let's see, Brokeback Mountain, spitting it, a couple high altitude fucks. Let's see, Mrs. Doubtfire, Bad Words. This is a great movie that is brutally honest and unforgiving to children. So yeah, if you want to just see a movie that gives a finger to kids, watch this. This is actually one of the newest ones I got in my collection. This is Midnight Special from Jeff Nichols, director of Mud. I have yet to see this, but I'm actually probably going to put this on my watch list for tonight. So maybe I'll give you guys a review of this if I got a second. Hidalgo, cool movie. American Sniper. Awesome. There it is, Oceans. I knew I owned another one of these. This one's probably my favorite of the Disney nature ones. It's narrated by Pierce Brosnan. Has a nice message about not being a piece of shit and throwing garbage in our ocean. Beautiful visuals. Like, they spend years getting the footage for these animals and showcasing them in their natural habitat. So all the love in the world with stuff like this. Son of a Woman. Hoo-ha, motherfucker. Oh, I can't see anything. Oh, Charlie, I'm telling you. I'll take a flamethrower to this place. Prisoners, damn, I'm glad I kind of don't have kids, because this would make me really not want to watch this movie if I did. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the movie that got me to believe in the Apes franchise again. Van Wilder, really funny comedy, really funny. Funnier comedy though, and definitely one of my favorites. I think I had this probably like the best of like 2017 or 16 whenever this movie came out. The Nice Guys. Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling, amazing writing, terrific comedy team, and not enough buddy movies like this. And so, I really wish this had done well so that we could have gotten a sequel. So, stinks because I don't think it's going to happen. Big, which I'm not sure how old Big is now. Back to School. Rodney Dangerfield classic. There's so many good things in this. He can do the triple Lindy! I actually remember when I graduated college, I had one of the pose for the ending shot of this when he's giving his graduation speech. Of staying home and living with your parents. This is actually a movie I've had in my collection for a little while and I haven't seen it. It's The Devil's Own. Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt. I don't really know a lot about this movie, but it's been sitting in my collection for a while, so I don't know, maybe at some point I'll watch it. The Untouchables, got the Blu-ray right there. It's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time, and definitely a worthy Oscar win for Sean Connery as Jimmy Malone. Yeah, just, I love this movie. Love this movie. Wrestler, Mickey Rourke. I still remember when this movie came out, and I kept thinking, wow, like, this is the resurgence of Mickey Rourke. Like, he's not, weird and washed up guy now from the 80s. Because he gives a hell of a performance in this, like, painfully real. It's kind of sad, because I really don't think his career went anywhere after this. I think people thought it was the comeback role, but he came back for a little bit at least, I guess, right? Collateral, Tom Cruise being a bad guy. It's not something we see every day. Goon, this is basically my definitive hockey movie, like Slapshot for a previous generation. This is mine. Goon's hilarious. Love Goon. Walk Among the Tombstones. I actually mentioned this in a previous video of mine of movies you may have missed. This is one of them I own for that. So if you haven't seen it, I do recommend checking it out. It's a nice little mystery movie. Got Tron Legacy. This movie, I don't know why, like, again, this is another one where I was really hoping for sequels and, you know, spin-offs, whatever. It never really happened. It did well enough at the box office, but I think the thing that was taking people out of this movie a little bit was the Jeff Bridges face technology thing. It was, or, you know, de-aging him. It was still early, the technology was for this, so I think some people kind of found it a little hokey or whatever, but I think this movie's awesome, and if nothing else, download the soundtrack of this movie or listen to it by Daft Punk. This soundtrack of this movie kicks ass. Over the top. Very, very cheeseball Sylvester Stallone movie. I own this one purely for cheese factor. It's Sylvester Stallone basically fighting for custody of his son through truck wrestling, an armed truck wrestling competition, so pretty silly. Wow, this pile is starting to get bigger. Donnie Darko really screws with your head. Solid movie though. Incredible ensemble cast as well. But yeah, really cool movie. Very different. Got Forrest Gump. I just kept running. Jenny, why you give me AIDS? Napoleon Dynamite, the movie that tormented me and yet delighted me in high school because people, I guess, thought I sounded a lot like this guy in high school. So yeah, that was super awesome. Inside Man, really cool bank heist movie. Con Air, put the bunny back in the box. Lovely Bones. Thanks for Sharing. A nice little indie movie I like with, again, a terrific cast, but this one's actually about sex addiction, and I don't know, a movie I think has to have some balls to cover a topic like this, because it's not an easy one to cover, and actually Pink's in this movie too. The artist Pink, she's pretty good in it. Winter's Bone, Jennifer Lawrence. Life of Pi, a deeply affecting movie. Under Siege, Steven Seagal. I have another one of his movies floating around here somewhere. I probably should try to flesh out my Steven Seagal collection. Real quick, let's go through the best ones. We got Under Siege. I like Under Siege 2. Out for Justice is really awesome. Above the Law and Hard to Kill are probably like the best Steven Seagal movies I can think of. Love and Mercy, great biopic about Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. I think we see, I wish we got more movies like this, but in terms of musical biographies, I'm very excited for Bohemian Rhapsody, the upcoming biopic of Queen and Freddie Mercury. That's going to be cool. But yeah, if you like the Beach Boys, check this out. Kingdom. Zack and Miri make a porno, but they call it Zack and Miri on this just to sell it better, because you put porno on something that's, you know, it's gonna piss off the families. Don John, another very, very smart movie, and it's fun, it's sexy, it's entertaining, it's cool. It's a cool movie. Avengers, the original. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle and suck on Big Bob fat dick. This is actually the sequel. Knocked Up. I think we're coming to the comedy section around here. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, absolute classic. Solitary Man. Shawshank Redemption. Andy Dufresne got raped that day. Lone Survivor, very, very great movie. It's kind of a funny story. Wall Street, the sequel, Money Never Sleeps. I like this movie. I like it actually pretty up there. Oh. Now we're coming to a movie that not a lot of people are able to watch, but I've seen this movie numerous times. Marley and Me. I won't spoil the ending, but I think you know enough from what happens in this. But this is a good movie, one of the best movies about what it means to own a dog and have it be a member of your family. Field of Dreams, Lethal Weapon, the original, great. Going the Distance, fun little rom-com with Justin Long and Drew Barrymore. I like that one. The Waterboy. Ooh, I got a wooden spoon. Hot Tub Time Machine. Kingsman, The Secret Service, the good one. Castaway. Fucking love Castaway. Oh my god. This, if I had to pick a favorite Tom Hanks movie, it very well might be that one. Bull Durham, great Kevin Costner baseball movie. He's got a few of those. Midnight Run, absolutely love this movie. If I do make another movies you may have missed, I'm going to throw this one on the list because I know there's a lot of people that haven't seen this one. But love this one, and this is one of my favorites of my collection. Got Bad Santa. This one's actually not a movie at all, but this is just U2 during the 360 tour. U2 is one of my all-time favorite bands. Absolutely love Bono, Edge, all those guys. And this, I actually got to go, not to this concert, the one that was filmed here, because this was, I think, at the Rose Bowl in California, but I did get to go see them in Chicago, I think, in 2011. That was one of the greatest days of my life, and absolute amazing show to go see. Tombstone, it's Tombstone. It's an absolute classic Western. Come on. Oh, I gotta make it through. They're so fudge. They fell down again. All right. Legend, Tom Cruise. Our Idiot Brother, fun Paul Rudd movie. Swinger is absolutely one of the coolest comedies I know about. Got The Transporter. I actually shouldn't do that. It's Creed, so it should be Donnie? Yeah. There it is, Out for Justice. Fuck yeah, I love Out for Justice. Anybody see for Jay? By the way, also one of the coolest fight scenes ever in this movie is the scene where Steven Seagal takes a couple of pool balls and like puts them in like a sock and fucking busts some guy's mouth out. Awesome. The Notebook, Artificial Intelligence, AI, Spielberg, got Toy Story, Ted, Bridesmaids. He is another absolute favorite of mine. This probably is my ultimate favorite bank robbery movie ever. Wedding Crashers, funny as hell. The Founder, really cool movie about the founding of McDonald's, so yeah. You got Gladiator, which is amazing. Take Me Home Tonight. I mostly actually have this movie for Dan Fogler, who is that dude. He's in the Fantastic Beasts movies right now. But he's a really funny dude. I really like his style of comedy, and that's mainly why I got that. Annihilation, amazing sci-fi movie. High Fidelity. High Fidelity is all about romantic breakups for dudes and music. And yeah, this is probably an all-time favorite movie right there. 5 Year Engagement. Horrible Bosses. Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club is great. I actually have a poster of it framed up back there. I got Boondock Saints, Platoon, very difficult movie to watch. Same with this one, Hacksaw Ridge. I feel like if I was in the service and watching those, it would be tough. This Is the End, very funny movie. Stand By Me, one of the seminal coming-of-age movies of our time. Killer Elite, I just watched that actually the other day. It's alright, but it's okay. Got Dazed and Confused, alright. Fantastic. Got Crank with Jason fucking Statham. Austin Powers triple pack. Let's go quicker. Sandlot. Super Troopers. I don't want a large Farva, I want a goddamn liter of cola. Airplane. Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. Picture Lord of the Rings mixed with Lion King, and that's what you got there. Well, but with owls. Got Titanic. Absolutely love Titanic. I've seen this a million times. I'll see it a million more times probably before I die, but Titanic is absolutely great. It is James Cameron's masterpiece, epic romance, as big as I've ever seen it, and this was a game changer of a movie, and I adore this movie. Falling Down, Michael Douglas, is a great movie about a vigilante that's basically had enough of the system treating him like shit. You got First Blood, which is awesome. You got The Mist, based off Stephen King's work, another based off a Stephen King movie. You got Misery. That ankle breaking scene in that is horrendous. You got The Mask. Mad Max Fury Road, baby. Super, James Gunn indie movie, which I'm not going to get one of those for a while. V for Vendetta, amazing comic book movie. You got The Wolf of Wall Street. This sort of, to me, is like the third of Scorsese's Goodfellas, Casino's formula of narrative style storytelling over a long period of years with Criminal. John Wick 2. I know John Wick 1's floating around here. Space Jam, absolute classic. Got The Departed, Full Metal Jacket, Inception, American History X and A History of Violence. I really, really, really like American History X. I think it's one of the best movies that covers the topic of racism in America and what that does to people. And I think, honestly, it could be a movie that you show to people in schools, and I don't think it'd be such a bad idea. We got Adjustment Bureau. It's one of my favorite Matt Damon movies. Public Enemies, underrated Michael Mann movie. And we got Where the Wild Things Are, which, for the record, Where the Wild Things Are is my favorite book growing up as a kid. That was the one I actually have a memory of I think it was my dad reading it to me for bedtime. So yeah, I had to see this movie, and actually, really fun story here, but kind of not fun but painful. But the first date I ever had, I took her to see this movie, and it went horribly. As horrible as a first date could go. Nothing against this movie, but yeah, anytime I think of this movie, I think of the most uncomfortable, awkward first date of my life, that had I been able to go back and slap younger Jordan in the face, I'm not saying things would have been different, but I am saying that it probably would have been less weird. Walk the Line, amazing. Edge of Tomorrow, Steelbook, Tom Cruise, great sci-fi. The Shining, amazing. The Revenant, Last Samurai, Hangover, what is this, Running Scared, Blade Trilogy, motherfucker, Prometheus, X-Men Days of Future Past Steelbook, got The Incredibles, The Martian, It Follows, and The Rock, American Beauty, Dark Knight, The Proposal, Let's Be Cops, Nocturnal Animals, Role Models, 3:10 to Yuma, Jacob's Ladder, that movie will fuck you up. Shaun of the Dead, great comedy classic. Another comedy classic is Christmas Vacation right here. Let's see, got Hell or High Water, Gone 60 Seconds, Let's Ride! War Dogs, Princess Bride, Whip It, Leon the Professional, The Game, Red, Rounders, that's another favorite of mine. The Theory of Everything, Stephen Hawking life. Captain America the Winter Soldier, Saving Private Ryan. This still is the best movie I think that's been made about war. Bloodfather, Mel Gibson, fine return to form for acting. Dead Poets Society, Robin Williams, love him. Drive, I should really actually get a poster of this to go into the backdrop as well. I love the soundtrack for this, love the movie, it's great. The Social Network, awesome. Cloud Atlas, love the book, or actually I love the movie. The book is good, but it's a more difficult one to read than you might think. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Iron Man, Wolverine, Reign of Fire, The Beaver, Birdman, Good Will Hunting, The Way, Way Back, Adventureland, another very fine coming-of-age film, Employee of the Month, Army of Darkness, The Invention of Lying. Got Ponyo, Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke. It's awesome. We got What Dreams May Come, Rocky Balboa. We got Constantine, Land Before Time. I haven't seen this in frickin' ages, so I should probably get around to watch that. Point Break, Lost in Translation. This is a go-to movie for if I'm feeling sad, down, and feeling like I can't talk to anybody. I'll probably watch that. Happy Gilmore, Ace Ventura 1 and 2, Insidious, Beautiful Mind, Happy Death Day. Another Paul Walker one, we got 8 Below. It's a very, people talk about Marley and Me being hard to watch. This one is a harder to watch movie if you love dogs. Shutter Island, The Princess and the Frog, I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence, Silver Linings Playbook, Foxcatcher, Adventures of Tintin, Monster Calls, The Green Mile, Enemy of the State. Really good solid cast of that one. Saving Mr. Banks, The Lego Movie, Stanford Prison Experiment, Return of the King Extended Edition, Wreck-It Ralph, Ghost in the Shell Animated, Inside Out, Pixar, another Pixar, we got Up. Best performance from Hugh Jackman in the role is Logan. Lord of the Rings, theatrical, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey one. Got Indiana Jones, fuck that. Knight's Tale. Got The Punisher. Big Fish, love Big Fish. Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition. Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, and Raiders. So I got all the indie movies that matter. I have that. Secondhand Lines. I wish I could talk about this movie more, but I gotta get moving. Great movie. My Neighbor Totoro. Alright. Swiss Army Man, another movie I want to cover more. Flight. Spider-Man. King Arthur. This movie was fun. I think it should have been seen more. Wanted. The Jungle Book, the remake. Casino Royale, probably Daniel Craig's still best movie as the character of Bond. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Beer Fest. Locke. There Will Be Blood. I drink his milkshake. I drink it up. Star Wars, Attack of the Clones. I want to take his face off. Argo. Vacation. Finding Dory. I don't have Finding Nemo. I should. Fault in Our Stars. It goes on for a little too long, but I get the point. Kids dying of cancer sucks. Young Frankenstein. Classic. Toy Story 3. Simpsons movie. King Kong. Phantom Menace. Perks of Being a Wallflower. This essentially was how it felt for me in high school, except I did not have a beautiful girl like Emma Watson around and cool friends that I eventually came up with. I just felt like a wallflower throughout the whole time of high school that no one got. Star Wars, what is this one? Revenge of the Sith. Yep. Force Awakens. Got Room. Madagascar. Spotlight. This is a very rewatchable movie for me, even though it covers very tough subject matter with Catholic molestation that occurred over a very long period of time and probably still does in some aspect. But very, very, very good. And as it says on the back of this is like all the president's men of our time. So, okay, Captain Fantastic. Nice little Viggo Mortensen movie. Brothers, this I think is Tobey Maguire's best performance he's turned out for a movie. Almost Famous, this is my favorite movie about music that's been made yet, and I think it's the best one that just covers what music, the power of music, I'll say that. Demolition, Equalizer, I'm actually, that's going to be the next review, guys, coming to you, is tomorrow I'm going to see Equalizer, the new one, Equalizer 2. So I'll have my review out for that probably later this week, but this movie's sweet. I, Robot, The Hobbit, Unexpected Journey, I think. Shit. Armageddon, Day the Earth Stood Still, Pirates of the Caribbean, Sin City, Split, I just mentioned that way earlier. We got Click, good Adam Sandler comedy. Black Rain, I love Michael Douglas. This is a really good Ridley Scott movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. We got Unbreakable, Limitless. This is another new one in my collection, but it's Manchester by the fucking Sea. The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Haven't watched it yet. Predator collection. Got a 3-pack. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Very good movie. This is not an actual movie, but again, a concert of Coldplay. Coldplay is another one of my favorite bands. I'm talking very fast because I'm trying to conserve the time on this video so you guys aren't sitting here for freaking ever. This is one of my DVDs I own, but this is K-Pax. K-Pax, it's very much a shame what's happened with Kevin Spacey, but I very much love this movie. It's a great kind of, it keeps you guessing. It keeps you guessing throughout the entire movie. Alright. Boyhood. Seriously, very good movie. Very, almost scary how relatable that movie is. 16 Blocks. It's complicated. Get off my lawn. La La Land. Blade Runner 2049. Ghost in the Shell. John Wick. Corbin Dallas! It's The Fifth Element. The Men in Black trilogy. Those are the 4K movies I own. We're now moving into the box office set territory. I have the Star Wars trilogy, the original ones on DVD. They're actually the George Lucas fuckity fuck messed with ones because I don't actually think they have high definitions of the actual original theatrical cuts. Let's keep it going. Got all the Matrix movies right here, the Matrix Experience. Mr. Anderson, the joke I've been getting since that movie came out. Easy Rider, seminal, just great Jack Nicholson movie. We got Halloween. Just sprint, you'll get away from them. Natural Born Killers. Oh shit, the battery light's getting low. I gotta really bang these out. True Detective Season 1, 007 3-pack, Godfather 3-pack, Taxi Driver, Alien Quadrilogy, District 9, and some other movies. Stranger Thing, cool collector's edition of the first season, which is kind of neat. I got more James Bond movies, A River Runs Through It, Unforgiven, 300, Schindler's List, holy shit, that's sad. All the Harry Potter movies, fucking love Harry Potter. Rush Hour, love Rush Hour movies as well. I got all the Terminator movies right here, save for Jenna shit. I got Willy Wonka, and really quick, almost done. We got I Am Legend, the collector's edition here, and I'm going through all my DVDs here. Very quickly, hang on, I gotta be able to make it through. I'm speed running this right now. Speed run, here we go. Accepted, Garden State, Liar Liar, Home Alone, The Terminal, Waiting, 4-pack of Willis movies, George Carlin specials. Fucking love George Carlin. He is an amazing comedian. Amazing. Stranger Than Fiction. I just farted. Jesus. Saving Silverman. The Matador. The Weatherman. Wonder Boys. Office Space. Euro Trip. Catch Me If You Can. And finally, the last one. Orange County. Woo! I did it. I fucking did it. And I'm going to spin this thing around really quick. Hang on. Look at all this. Look at all this. This is, I get to put all this back onto the shelf. God. So, as you can see, I have my work cut out for me between getting this all done and back on the shelf for you. Really quick though, this is what I was talking about, what's going to be the new backdrop of the videos. I got the original Blade Runner and 2049 posters framed up here, which is pretty cool. And I also actually got a couple new pop figures from Blade Runner. Got Officer K, Deckard, and Wallace, played by Jared Weird Leto himself. Let me flip this around. Jesus, you guys can't even see me. Extreme close-up! Whoa! Whoa! Thank you so very much for watching this and bearing with me through this video. I'd love to make a more in-depth version of this, but I couldn't, and so this is what I had to do for you. But anyways, thank you guys so very much for watching. My battery's about to die. If you like this, just definitely go ahead and subscribe. See you in the next video. Alright, thanks guys.